all game long, we've got David Aldridge. Tip-off goes to the Celtics. Pass to Cornette. And here's Porzingis. RJ, this could be a battle won in the trenches. Each team with a formidable front court.
Yeah, both these teams are loaded with a lot of skill down low. Kind of old school. Should be a physical contest.
I mean, it's just fun to sit back and enjoy watching him operate. And that's what it looked like the D was doing as well. They're just sitting back and watching. And this is the type of go-to scorer this team wants Banchero to be. They love his confidence.
Porzingis high post. Over Banchero. And that one goes long. On offense, here are the Magic. Pass to Caldwell Pope. Wagner with it. Magic moving the ball around. It's good.
And when you call a play for Carter Jr., you really want to get him something in rhythm. Great execution there.
Holiday gets the bucket.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those.
And Caldwell Pope gets the basket.
And the three-pointer, a big part of KCP's game. About half his shots come from out there.
And Greg, the way Orlando ended last season, that's really fueled their fire for this year.
Yeah, I mean, a tough loss to Cleveland in Game 7 of the opening round. But it's hard to win in this league without first incurring some battle scars.
Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Black. And again, it's Orlando with the 3.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
First team foul.
On defense, Orlando. 7-point differential. Here's Tatum. Driving the lane.
Tatum's become very good at finding high-percentage shots, driving hard, not just settling for jumpers.
A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Hey, Kevin. Well, I was able to talk earlier with Boston's head coach. Now, we spoke briefly about how critical it is to slow down Paolo Banchero. Coach said he can be a force on offense when he gets a couple to fall. The energy and effort from our guys has to be high if you want to contain him. We'll see if that team can contain Banchero out there, guys. Back to you.
Thank you, David.
Franz Wagner.
And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. Scoring breakdown for Orlando.
Well, so far, their long-range shooting has been the story, doing damage from deep.
Here's Black. And good that time. Black's got 5 now. Celtics trail by 4. Pass to Cornette. Over in the corner, Porzingis. We've got 1:48 left in the first.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
Back to Caldwell Pope. Porzingis with the steal. And up the court come the Celtics on the break. Holiday with it. And it's Carter picking him up. Pass to Black. To the middle. And it's denied. Stolen by Wagner. And here we go with the Magic fast break. Here's Banchero. Once again off the mark, Orlando. And so Holiday will bring it up for Boston. Trailing by 4. Here's Brown. And the layup is good.
Muscling that one in. JB is a strong individual.
Here's Banchero. And it's in there. 5 points in the game.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
Offensive rebound. Magic leading by 4. Down low. Caldwell Pope. And they pick up 2. Caldwell Pope's got his second basket.
Yeah, and then knifing into the middle. Caldwell Pope, not just a perimeter threat. Young fella can elevate.
Tatum gets the bucket. And that's now 7 points for Jason Tatum.
He saw a path to the rim, and he took it. The defense just couldn't stop him.
And there's the foul. It's on Jaylen Brown. That's his first foul.
First personal foul. First team foul.
And Orlando has possession. They lead by 4.
Trevelyan Queen.
It's Black in the corner. Over Holiday. No shortage of scoring here at the end of the first quarter. Magic lead by 4. And we'll get the second quarter underway on the other side of this break. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And from what we've seen from Orlando, what do you guys see?
Coming in hot. They were sharp from the perimeter right out of the gate.
And as long as the threes are dropping, you've got to keep launching them.
Now here's Anthony. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game. So it's Boston now. 6-point game. Here's Tatum. And there's the drive. Goes straight through the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul. He'll go to the line. It's on Gary Harris.
And you watch Jason Tatum. Year to year, he is a model of consistency across the board. The numbers are pretty similar, and the effort never wanes.
There's Bitadze. Misses the layup. He had him with that bump fake. Holiday inside the line. And the foul on Drew Holiday. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, way to get there first and be willing to absorb the contact.
Orlando leading by 3. Here's Anthony. Over in the corner, Isaac. Pass to McClung. It's deflected. It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Hey, Kevin, last season the Magic extended Coach Jamal Mosley's contract through 2028. He said, it's not about me. I just want each one of these guys to reach their full potential. This game has been good to all of us. I want to be part of maximizing how great they can be on and off the court. Kevin?
All right, David, thank you. Teams deciding to change it up. RJ, one league rule that has gotten a lot of attention, carrying the basketball.
Oh, these guys carry the ball at a ridiculous rate. Even Allen Iverson used to do it, and then eventually he took it out of his game. But yeah, the referees could clean it up a little bit, I'll be honest.
Here's Tatum. He's got 10. And it's Jason Tatum with the foul. That's his first foul.
And really just a great play to sacrifice his body and take the charge.
Magic leading by 3. Here's McClung. To the inside. Itaze.
He gives up a bit of size at the center position, but his leaping ability, well, let's just say that makes up for it.
And Tatum hammers it home.
See, this is what Tatum is capable of. Look, he is a sensational scorer. Like, we understand that. But when he gets into a rhythm, whew.
Anthony with it. 5 on the clock. Orlando needs to get off a shot. Howard can't hit. Celtics trailed by 3. Over the last few seasons, we've seen the resurgence of Porzingis. And Richard, it has been fun to watch.
Kevin, he's been effective on both sides of the ball. He's always been a good player, but his recent fit has really improved his play.
And Jamal Mosley has called timeout. He's made the decision. He wants to huddle up with his guys. First free throw is good.
We talk about Tatum's offense, and for good reason, but his play on the defensive end is really valuable for this team.
And so Tatum nails them both. GA, these Boston Celtics are unquestionably a top-tier offensive unit.
Stupendous shooting, excellent instincts with the ball. Yeah, they are a model offense in many ways, making it tough for many teams to keep up with them.
It's Anthony with the drive. Jaylen Brown with the rebound. Outside, Porzingis. And the dunk by Porzingis.
Really unacceptable letting Porzingis get that kind of positioning. Once he's established, it's over.
Now, here's Isaac. Still without a basket. Pass to Houston. Back to Isaac. And here's Anthony for 3. Boston grabs the miss. Knocked away. Taken away by Anthony. And Howard has it in the corner. Howard draws the double.
Gotta take care of the ball. They'll punish you if you're that careless.
That's right, and that's severe punishment right there.
An important 2 points, not just on the scoreboard, but also for a little bit of momentum.
Porzingis, that's a 2. Misses off the left iron. Pass to Anthony. Here's Bitadze. Orlando moving the ball around. Now, here's Howard. Back to Isaac. A 3-ball. Jaylen Brown with the rebound. Boston trail. The 3 from Tatum. The 3 is drilled by Tatum.
an accurate shooter from distance. Tatum's teammates want him to keep looking to pull the trigger.
Pass to Isaac. Three-pointer on the way. Still looking for his first make after that miss. He's 0 for 2. Here's White. Houston with the rebound.
I thought he had that all sewn up, but somehow the defense just threw him off.
Now Isaac. Here's Houston. And a wide open look for Howard. Drains it from beyond the arc. Howard's got himself on the board with 3 there. Several lead changes going on here in the early portion of this game.
It reminds me of that cameo song, Back and Forth.
Outside Tatum. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Cole Anthony. First personal foul.
The Celtics shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
And a season ago at the charity stripe, this is a group that shot an impressive 81%.
For 2 shots.
First free throw is good. Off on that one, so he goes 1 for 2 at the line.
This team thinks they should be up in front, but at least they tied it up.
Here's Isaac. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. What a performance for Jason Tatum. He has been the story so far for the Celtics. He comes away with 11 points in the quarter and is showing no signs of fatigue. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. And Wagner's got the ball here for Orlando. And RJ, the combination of Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown winning a title together. That's something else.
There was some small talk going around about breaking them up. Good thing for the Celtic front office, they kept them both. In their first 7 seasons as a duo, they have 5 trips to the conference finals. That is a ridiculous run.
And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. Well, there's plenty of scorers on the Celtics, but Jason Tatum says, I'm going to get my shots. It's just about trusting the process. From experience, I understand that I'm good enough that I can relax and defer a little bit. Then in the 4th, I can score 20 in the quarter. Kevin, sounds like he's figured it all out.
Thank you so much. You know, he can take over at any time, and it's fun to watch. DA, we thank you for that. And here is Tatum, following the three-pointer from Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. Porzingis can't hit. Magic leading by 3. Pass to Carter. Sweet move. Got a piece of it. Out of bounds. Magic ball as Orlando keeps possession. First minute and a half of basketball here in the 3rd quarter. Shot clock at 3. Wagner wide open. And the 3 off target. Holiday. Pass to Brown. To the paint. Here's Tatum. Carter pulls it in. And so here's Orlando. They haven't given up any points here in the second half. Banchero outside. Offline with his 3.
And he might have thrown himself off when he saw how much space he had from 3.
Richard, when you talk about Jaylen Brown, many scouts felt he'd never be a #1 level option offensively. but he's proven some people wrong.
Kevin, many scouts have been wrong many times. The question has been answered. He wasn't a great shooter when he first came into the league, and his ball handling also needed to improve. But now, both of those are strengths in his game.
Yep, that one goes.
Oh, a nifty finisher. You didn't think Holiday would back down inside, did you?
Banchero outside. Good ball movement here by the Magic. Pass to Black. Wagner from long range. The live Orlando. Out to Carter. Sinks the three-pointer. Carter's got 5 points so far. 7 lead changes now, and we're just in the third quarter.
Yeah, frustrating for a coach, but it's great to watch as a fan.
Here's Cornette, defended by Carter. It's hauled in by the Magic. Caldwell Pope feeling it out a bit. Banchero. It's good. And now a 3-point Orlando lead.
And great work inside. This is where Banchero feasts.
Brown with the bucket. Just over 3.5 minutes through the third quarter of play now. Back to Black. Inside. And he stuffs it. What a pass to set him up.
Just the kind of play they need in a game this close.
You know, that's the kind of aggression they want from their floor leader.
No doubt. That's the kind of play that can energize the whole team, and they will take it in a close game like this.
Here's Black, following the basket by Jaylen Brown. Caldwell Pope outside. Misses the three. 2-for-1 chance here.
Let's see if they use the clock to their advantage.
An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg, I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there. Oh boy, to be young again.
Makes you nostalgic, doesn't it? Caldwell Pope outside. And he's good on the three ball. Caldwell Pope's got 6 in the quarter. As we approach the fourth quarter, still anyone's ball game.
Yeah, neither team able to create much of a cushion.
5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Tatum's shot is off. Orlando leading for 3. And again, it's Orlando with the 3.
He's found his rhythm from deep, and you can see the confidence.
And, of course, it helps space the floor, which gives this offense more room to operate.
For Boston, they have shot a good percentage from the free throw line so far. They've made 5 out of 6.
Jason Tatum.
And that one falls for Tatum.
And no matter what, one of the big positives they can take away from this game is how well they perform at the line.
And so Tatum nails them both. Caldwell Pope on the wing. Here's Isaac. And so it's Kentavious Caldwell Pope making highlights for the Magic. He witnessed him delivering a series of three-pointers as he notched 3 total in the quarter. He'll get you back to the action after this break. And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. Celtics trail by 3. Now here's White. Tatum on the wing. Back to White. Outside Tatum. Shot clock at 6. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
And nice use of size by Porzingis inside. Able to practically play on top of the D.
Here's McClung. And it's White with the rebound. And so Holiday will bring it up for the Celtics. They trail by 1. Pass to Tatum. Back to Porzingis. And the dunk by Porzingis. Time running low, guys, and somebody has got to win this one.
Yeah, well, who knows? We might need overtime in this one. It's been that kind of a game.
Here's McClung. The offensive rebound. Here's Bitadze. Pass to McClung. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation.
And you can tolerate gas like that sometimes, but in a close game, man, I tell you what, that really hurts.
And we have an intentional foul there, G.A. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Here's Holiday. Rejected by Banchero.
And when Banchero turns it up, he can be a factor at the defensive end.
They get a hand on it. Just 5 to shoot. Tatum, that's for 2. And it's Tatum completing the break.
The two-way game of Tatum is just special.
Black in the post. Kicks it out to Wagner. Caldwell Pope outside. To the inside. Tries yet again. Porzingis with the rebound. Celtics leading by 3. And the basket by Tatum. Tatum's got 9 points here in the second half.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yeah, when you hustle on the break like he does, good things tend to happen.
Banchero, that's good.
And this is something Banchero continues to hone, wanting to become a dangerous threat from deep.
And we've got a timeout from Joe Mazzulla. He has decided it's the right time to talk. And the Celtics making a change here. And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Thanks, guys. During the break, listened in with Joe Mazzulla and his team. Now, they've been happy with the way the team is shooting. He reminded players to keep taking those threes, that they've had some clean looks. When that 3 goes in, it's always a welcome sight. Guys?
Thanks so much, David. Now, here's Banchero. And we're about 3 minutes into the fourth quarter. Here's Black. And Wagner has it in the corner. The rebound by Holiday. Boston leading by 4. Down low. And the shot goes in from Kristaps Porzingis. Porzingis has got 6 here in this quarter.
Feed the interior, good things will happen.
With the drive. Black, no good. Here's the Celtics with the ball. They're on a 12-3 run right now. And stolen by Wagner. Here's Banchero.
He better get used to these late game scenarios. Banchero getting a nice taste of it right there.
Outside, Porzingis. Back to Tatum. Great job by Tatum in close.
The guy you want taking this shot. Tatum gets fired up and delivers.
Back to Caldwell Pope. Here's Black. And a miss there on the triple.
Questionable shot selection of that three. Not really helping as they try and narrow the deficit.
This ball movement by Boston. To the paint. There's Cornette. Doesn't go for it. Nice defense from Wagner.
This is a do-or-die possession. They have got to get points.
Anything other than a make is game over. This is where you lean on your stars to get you to the finish line.
Used to these big moments from his college days. Banchero's heartbeat should stay low here.
Second team foul.
The Celtics on offense. They've allowed just 7 points here in the fourth quarter.
While he's a bit undersized for a forward, he more than makes up for it with his bounce.
Caldwell Pope with a wide open look. His three-pointers off the mark.
That is not a guy you want to allow open looks for rain. Lucky for the defense, he just couldn't get it to go.
Third team foul.
It's the first, and that makes it a 7-point lead.
At the line for 2 shots.
Second one is good. Hitting both at the line, and it's an 8-point game.
Not enough ticks left on the clock to save them tonight.
Yeah, they got to be disappointed with this result.
Celtics on offense. They lead by 8. That's the biggest of the game. Tatum. And he banks in the layup. Tatum's got 35 in the game.
Saw the opportunity to put this away and did not turn it down.
And that score probably slams the door for any would-be comebacks. And look, they put this one to bed.
And so it's Boston easily grabbing this one. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were happy to be playing at home tonight.
And it makes a big difference. Once they started to really play in rhythm, you never felt like they had any doubts as to whether or not they were going to win.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Greg Anthony, Richard